All right, I want to talk about another one of these horrible incidents. And listen, every time we have one of these anti-mask incidents of assault, and that's really what it is, I talk about mental illness clearly seems to be a component with these people. The woman in this video, which some are calling an anti-mask Karen, I really am not big on Karen because it's clearly a racially loaded term. It's really applied to white women, so I stay away from it. I call this person a really bad person who also may be mentally ill. This is another one of these incidents where a woman in Nebraska, some kind of COVID denier, some kind of anti-masker, is repeatedly coughing on the person who is filming. And we're going to look at this, and then we're going to talk about what crimes may have been committed here. So let's start with the story. This was posted to the Lincoln, Nebraska subreddit a few days ago. And the person who posted it, a user named Jessabird on Reddit, says, "So my kid and I were at the store tonight to pick up a few groceries when this lady approached us and said politely, 'Excuse me.' And to be honest, I thought she was going to ask me for help or ask me where something was. I was about to say, 'I don't work here, lady,' when she asked me why we were wearing masks. That's when I realized she wasn't wearing one. I started walking away while replying because of the Delta variant and also because there's a mandate. Then she went on about how she was born and raised here in Nebraska, and it's too bad some Nebraskans have turned into sheep. She asked if I've had a vaccine and said that my kid and I don't need to wear masks because we look young and healthy. There were several other people around wearing masks, but for some reason she chose to pick on me and my kid. At the end of the video, some poor guy working there tries to intervene and basically told us all, just go our separate ways. Karen walked away and I told the guy what happened. He said it wasn't the first time he's had to deal with people like her at work. I tried to continue my shopping, but the lady followed me around the store. I told her she needs to keep her distance and her coughing on me was assault. She kept laughing and saying, 'Look at you. It's so cute how scared you are.' By this time, I was absolutely livid, trying my best to hold it together in front of my kid. I didn't finish my shopping. I instead went to the self-checkout to pay for my stuff. She followed me to use the checkout right next to me. I informed the employee manning the checkouts. This woman assaulted me by coughing deliberately, but I didn't wait around to see what the employee would say." So let's take a look at this video. This is horrifying. And what's horrifying about it is it's less about the specific risk of contagion, but it's that there are people in our country who would do this and who think that they are making some kind of prescient point by doing this. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a listen.
That's a, excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm coming through.
So this is a disgusting person, but is she also mentally ill? I don't know. I mean, normal people don't behave this way, but even that term normal has become very loaded in COVID times.
She's coughing at me. She's coughing at me.
No,
Yes.
look at you guys. You're so cute.
You're such a Karen.
Okay, whatever. You're such sheep.
Why don't you have a mask on?
Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick, and neither are you.
Okay, but you don't have to be coughing or something.
You don't know who's sick or not.
Hey, you put
It's my allergies.
You
I
don't
have
know
allergies.
who's sick or not.
By the way, how annoying are those fake coughs?
Oh, yeah. And so 2 years ago, before anybody started talking about COVID, you were okay with that, though, going out not knowing you were sick, right?
You don't know anything
Right?
about my health.
I don't.
Yeah, she's coughing at me.
I have my allergies, and she got all freaked out because I'm coughing.
No, she's coughing.
How do you know? You don't know, and she just said, I don't know anything about her health. You don't know anything about my health. Maybe I have a medical
Medical.
release. I don't need to
She might have a medical.
wear a mask.
Okay, bye.
Why don't you have a mask on?
Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick, and neither are you.
You don't know who's sick or not.
It's my allergies. I have allergies. Oh, yeah. And so 2
Okay.
years ago.
So I think you get the point. Now, there were some people saying call the police next time, but one user on the Reddit post about this said call the police this time, which I agree with. There's video evidence of a crime being committed. Okay, what crime? We were looking into this, and it seems as though in Nebraska, this is assault in the third degree. This is Nebraska Revised Statute 28310. Assault in the third degree. A person commits the offense of assault in the third degree if he intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causes bodily injury to another person or threatens another in a menacing manner. Assault in the third degree shall be a class 1 misdemeanor unless committed in a fight or scuffle entered into by mutual consent, in which case it should be a class 2 misdemeanor. So that's the most likely thing. The other idea that's been floated is that coronavirus coughing attacks might be able to be prosecuted as terrorism. And this is an article from, what is the date? This is from April of 2020 when these coughing incidents started, where Nikita Malik, a contributor to Forbes, wrote that COVID-19 is considered a biological agent, meaning that if you deliberately cough on a policeman or merchandise, which was what was going on at the time, you could be charged with terrorism. I think, it's probably a stretch to get a conviction on that, but at least there's the idea that it could be. We do need to throw the book at these people. This is not, when we talk about antisocial behavior detrimental to all of society, where culturally, from a health standpoint, from any aspect you want to look at this, not taking seriously people who go out and to make some kind of political point, I don't even know what it is, or because they're just out of their minds, or a combination of the two, are coughing during a pandemic on people to scare them, right? It's got to be taken as seriously as the law allows. So I am all for, if you can do a terrorism charge, do it. If this is assault in the third degree under Nebraska law, go with it. But the people have to call the police. And I understand that this woman wrote, I just wanted to get out of there. I'm not blaming her for that. But let's all come together and say that if we see this stuff, let's make every effort to actually get police involved and really make sure that these people, even if they don't get convicted, have to spend months dealing with the justice system because of the disgusting thing that they did. We'll have more on this particular incident on the show Instagram. You can find us on Instagram at David Pakman Show. Find me on Instagram at david.pakman. We'll take a quick break and be right back. I've struggled falling asleep at night and realized part of it could be because of the blue light coming from my phone and computer screens. And peer-reviewed studies have shown that blue light can suppress the hormone melatonin, which can make it difficult to fall asleep. Blue light can disturb your circadian rhythms. But it hasn't been an issue for me since I discovered Blue Block's glasses, which filter out that blue light. They're one of our sponsors. A lot of other companies are mass producing supposed blue light glasses in factories with no actual quality standards. Blue Block's glasses are made in actual optics labs at their headquarters in Australia. They have over 40 stylish frames, a prescription version, non-prescription, even reading glasses. And for every pair of glasses that Blue Block's sells, they give a pair of reading glasses to someone in need. You'll get 20% off when you go to blueblocks.com/Pakman. The link is right underneath this video, and there's free shipping worldwide on orders over $115.